Hey Henry, how are you, mate?
Very good. Good to hear your voice and looking forward to getting in.
Yeah, we're looking forward to having you in. Good to see you there.
What can I say? I mean, it's a race. You go out to win. You set it out to win, and really, we knew that the wind was going to die, and all the most we could do was try to get a big enough cushion between us and everyone else and it worked. So yeah, a lot of hard work went into it. A lot of hard work trying to keep the boat moving whenever there's virtually no wind. But yeah, crew were brilliant keeping the boat going.
It's a long one, the longest race. We've been 4 weeks on the water together with the motoring time, I guess. It's a long race and it's been really, really hard. Yeah, we did a good job and really happy for our team and really happy to be here.
Cold, it was wet and rainy, and then it got warm and hotter and hotter and hotter, and then we were first place, then we were second place, then we were first place, and then we ended up in first place. Yes, coaching now.
This race is one that can cause lots of ups and downs, but we managed to get a little bit of a lead and maintain it, so that was essential. But yeah, it was a good race. I never heard a raised voice, and everyone sort of gets stuck in. So it's brilliant. Yeah, great team. Yeah, so it now appears that first place on the podium overall is more of a distinct possibility than it was before we left. Obviously, there's a long way to go. Inaka and her team of Perseverance are very, very good. They've got their joker as well, so we've got the work cut out for us to maintain leads on the next 3 races. But it's all up to Inaka really now. She's got that double whammy on the points, and if she can make that work for her, then she'll lead the way. But we're going to do our darndest to keep them from it.
An amazing trip. We've had highs and lows. We've had big seas, cold weather, unbelievably hot weather. So no, it's been great. Really good. Great experience and fantastic to come second. Would have preferred first. But
really excited to be here. Get some air conditioning. Take a hot shower. Yeah, relax a little.
Basically, we finished on the first finish gate right on the outside, and it just looking at the weather forecast after that, all the wind was out in the middle of the ocean, and so we were closer to the wind. We stayed right on the right-hand side and got the wind and had a great result. From BSP said they'd buy us a beer if we ever got a podium, so we're really looking forward to just living up to what they'd hoped for us. So we're super pleased.
You get your bit of seasickness at the beginning, and then people kind of get used to the 45-degree heel, and it was a difficult first week and a half because it was cold and people didn't expect it. But then after that, I think everyone got used to it. Everyone settled in after the first few days, and yeah, it just worked out really nicely.
I just joined for this leg, so it's fantastic. I really think it's fantastic for all the around the worlders because they've been waiting for a while to get back on the podium. It felt like a great race. We really did our own strategy and it paid off in the end, so it's been fantastic. We all just gelled really quickly, the 2 watches, and we focused on performance and it paid off, so it's been fantastic.
Dolphins, turtles, thousands of Yeah, well done, mate. Nice to see you. Yeah, you good?
We were really racing to win, and it's a very tactical race, and there are many different finishes, so it makes you speculate a lot which is going to be the finish line the race office is going to choose. We sacrifice a lot of our positions thinking of going to race finish number 3, and in a moment when they called finish number 2, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to capitalize that sacrifice that was to go near the coast to get all the sea breeze and the land breeze. But thankfully during the day we were picking up some good speeds, and during the night very random land breezes, and we actually managed to capitalize a 4th, which is a decent result.
Well, that race was amazing. Good winds, wind holes, good waves. Cold when we left and suffering with heat, and we worked really well together on our boat.
An amazing race. It was really, really cool. Really nice. It was nice, the wildlife, so many dolphins, so many whales, turtles, even a manta ray we saw. And I don't know, we're 10th and then we arrived in 4th, passed everybody, did a very strategic move and it paid off. It was really, really cool, really nice. Had a lot of fun.
Charlie Victor 2-8. You guys can make your approach.
Ended up coming 5th in the end. We had a really tight battle with Dare to lead for 5th and 6th, and we got them in the last kind of 10 minutes. I think we were about 250 metres in front on the finish, so really tight racing for the final couple of days.
It was my first leg, and it's definitely much more of a challenge with the temperature, I think. Not so much maybe the sailing evolutions, because we were going downwind a lot and there was not a lot of wind, so if we were doing something, a lot of times it was kind of slow, which was also nice to get into the groove a bit, but the mental challenge of it just being so hot and sweaty and lack of sleep because it was just too hot below, that was really difficult.
Really, interesting race. A lot of amazing weather. Some of the best sailing I think we've had the whole circumnavigation. It was really, really awesome sailing. And then light wind towards the end was testy, but good for the crew. Not a lot of sail changes, so gave them a lot of time on the helm, and then quite a long motor at the end. But I think it was a good race for us.
This one's been the best one. The beginning was hectic, but it's the best sailing we've ever had. It was amazing. And then we put the spinnaker up and it just stayed up for the longest it's ever been. It was chilled, it was enjoyable, it was low stress sailing, but fast, well, sometimes fast. Yeah, the wind holes were frustrating, but it was really nice. The atmosphere on the boat was amazing, people, and yeah, no, it's been really, really nice sailing.
It's my first leg. I think everything. It was exciting, it was a bit fearful, it was fun, we had laughs, we had amazing winds. It was really cool, it was everything. Going down well.
Charlie Victor 2-1. Max, yes, I see you approaching there. Just keep coming. We look forward to having you in.
Finished race 11. Yeah, race 11 from Seattle down to Panama, so we did an offshore finish down the coast of Mexico. Really fantastic race, really interesting tactics, loads of wildlife, really fantastic, spectacular scenery, hot, sweaty, crew's incredibly hot, looking forward to some air cons, some cold beers, but yeah, really fantastic race all in all.
I'm Meredith and I'm the onboard reporter. It was amazing sailing with Our Odds and Oceans. It was fun because I started the race with them, so it kind of felt like a little bit of a homecoming. I got on a crew where I knew a majority of the people, so it was inviting, it was welcoming, and I actually had a lot of fun. I got to sail past Santa Barbara, and I remember over a year ago not knowing if I'd had this job. I used to sit out at a beach called Devereaux and I wondered what it would look like, what this perspective would be kind of on the other side, looking out at the ocean. And it was cool to actually see that happen, like sail past and see what I had dreamt of over a year ago. So it was cool.
We had some really fun kind of downwind conditions with the spinnaker up, so that was really fun for the first week with a bit of wind, which was nice. And then it just went, we had no wind, and it just got hotter and hotter. And yeah, just trying to stay cool was a challenge. It was a completely different challenge, the kind of exciting, more physical side of the sailing, so it was a much more mental battle. But yeah, it was a good fun leg. I'm glad to be here and have a bit of cool cold drinks.
Very difficult race. We had a really strong start. That was fantastic. First through the scoring gate, all of that, and third over the first line. And then we just kind of took our eye off the ball a little bit after we crossed that first gate and got ourselves in the wrong position. And we paid for it quite dearly at the end. So.
Kind of cold in Seattle. The first couple of days it was kind of cold and we were going upwind, so we were all kind of wearing our cold gear. And then it just changed and it just went really hot. And it's just been hot ever since. And very light winds, lots of wind holes, as you know.
Lots of wild animals spotting. This is probably the best like we had so far. We can see dolphins pretty much every day, a lot of turtles, and ray, which is hard to spot. This is actually the first time I saw a wild ray, so I feel really excited about this.
Hi guys, great to see you all. Hello, Amy.
Good moment, a good moment. Too bad that the finish was cold on gate 2 for us. That was basically not good for us. We were 4th across gate 1. We were in 3rd or 4th position when gate 2 got cold, and then we got wind cold and basically didn't move for 24 hours, so we became 9th.
Fairly unsuccessful for Perseverance. I think we might have dropped a little bit down the leaderboard, but the team is quite new. We've got a lot of new people, and so we're kind of on the build. And I've been really impressed with how, like, some of our new people, like the 12, especially, like, actually our ambassadors have, like, not only really improved, but like taken the competitive side of the team right up into their own hands. You know, it's not the world that's driving it, like the whole team is really pushing to win, and it's kind of gutting about the eventual result, but I think they're like motivated for this kind of Panama to Washington race.
A bit unreal, like it's such a long way, and when you're just sitting on a boat you only see water, you're like, are we even going somewhere? And then like when you arrive you're like, oh well, we really did this, so that's really amazing. And the crew was like so lovely, so it's such an amazing time.
A long way. I think this is actually the longest we've been at sea, isn't it? 30 days, or we have anyway, so 30 days today, which is a very long time. So yeah, it started off really well, and then it just got lighter and lighter, and we had a quite bad wind at the end, quite unlucky, and then so past that, tried to ignore that. We had a good race, and then the end was not quite what we wanted, but you know, it's what it is. Sailing, you can't control the wind.
It was great. Definitely long, you know, lighter wind, but downwind, much more comfortable. Hot, got very hot at the end, but it was good. Yeah, exciting race, a lot of wildlife, a lot of things to see.
Charlie Victor 2-2, you guys can come on in.
I think it was a massive culture shock for quite a few, especially the new leggers, but also for those people who just finished leg 6 who thought this is going to be a walk in the park, and then the heat hit. That's completely different. So yeah, so it was good. It was good. Yeah, we learnt a lot, and we've had one thing about the motor in was an amazing opportunity for a really in-depth debrief, and lots of stuff came out around that. So hopefully now we can put it forward, and actually what we want to do on the next race is build for the final leg. So that's what we're planning to do. So yeah.
It was interesting, lots of wildlife. We were followed by dolphins for a day, which was really beautiful. And a bunch of boobies were sitting on our bowsprit. Yeah, it was a lot of wildlife, which I loved.
It's my second leg. I did leg 5 also, and actually this one I preferred. The reason why is we had wonderful weather. The first 2 weeks we had fantastic sailing, really these big Pacific waves, which I have seen for the first time, so I just enjoyed it. Then it got a bit boring in the doldrums, but we had a treat when we finished the race to get a swim in the middle of the ocean, which is a very special experience. To not know how many thousand meters you have below you when you are swimming, that was quite fun.